Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Kevin here, back with another video. Today's episode, I think we're on like episode 4 or 5 now. I can't even remember. Uh, and a couple episodes ago, we did unlock coal, and then our last episode, we came in here and we messed with our constructors a bit, and this is kind of what we ended up with. Now, I'm thinking about changing this up. I've been thinking about this a little bit more, and I don't think this is exactly what I'm wanting. I think it's very close. I don't think this is quite what we wanted. Uh, So I'm just going to optimize this a little bit more. This is overall, this is what we wanted. But I'm going to basically move my constructors up into different rows here. So I'm going to bring these two constructors up for iron plates in this row, and then all my iron plate constructors will go out that way. I'm going to bring these two constructors up for whatever we're making here, iron rods. Then my iron rods will go this way, and then these two constructors, I guess, can just stay here on this line. So, we pretty much have what we want here, but we're just going to move our constructors around a little bit. So we're going to put down two constructors here. And I don't know, these might have to come up more. I'm not quite sure yet. But we're going to keep them there for now. And this will be our line for iron plate constructors. And then we're going to move up our iron rod constructors as well. And I think this is where we're going to have to do a little bit of additional work here. See if we have enough room to continue on. Man, it's close. So I think what we're going to have to do is just take this line back just a little bit to give us more room. For these new constructors that we're moving up. So we have a couple constructors here, a couple here. We might actually move these in a little bit closer to make better use of our space too. Might as well, while we're at it, get everything how we want it so we don't have to come back and change anything. Okay, let's pop down one merger here. I think we're happy there. And then we're going to have to kind of redo this line over here. So we had two mergers. Okay, so I think we're lined up here. I think we're lined up here. And I think we're lined up here as well. So I'm going to connect all this stuff up. Got one slight modification I want to make to this while we're here. Just get that constructor in a little bit tighter. Make a little bit better use of our space. Maybe I'm just being picky at this point. All right, man, I really hope this works out because we have spent, like, at this point, this will be the second video we've spent on changing some of the stuff up. So I really hope this works. But now the idea here, man, let's see if I gave myself enough room. Dang, not quite enough room. The idea here is that I can get these constructors to continue to go down. But we're going to have to get a belt in behind this to feed, and look what's in the way. This belt. So we're going to have to widen this a little bit. And one thing we can do is we can come up a little with these two constructors to get them a little bit closer here. I have to get this as close as possible, I think. And then let's get these mergers, and let's redo this line again, unfortunately, one more time. Okay, so this should be... Oh, man, but I have the same issue here now. So we have enough room to get behind, to run a belt behind these, but now we don't have enough room for this line. So we're going to have to come out a little again, man. Jeez. It's fine, though. Every time I think I have it, man. Something else. Okay, two constructors here. Let's get down a couple mergers on this side. Okay, the mergers are down. And we're actually going to need splitters on the back side of all these as well. Let's get all those down. And before I do anything up here, I want to make sure that I have this set up properly. Yeah, so we're going to have to redo this belt slightly. Oh, I don't know what I'm thinking, actually. We don't need splitters here at all. I forgot. So The belt is actually going to have to split this direction, which is correct. I have this part right. Yeah, okay. And then we just route into this, put a splitter here. Then we should just be able to continue our line as we want to add new constructors. Nice. I'm pretty happy with this, I think. Let's do this as well, just to get everything to line up correctly. Let's delete these two constructors. And we're going to put them right behind these two. Just to make sure moving forward, everything links up nicely. Okay, so here's what we have. I think we're pretty happy with everything here. We're going to have to redo, obviously, this lift here, but... So we have iron ingots coming out here, but of course there's just going to be more constructors. I could probably delete this row at some point if I wanted. Yeah, let's just delete this row for now. And let's delete this row as well until we start to expand more. Okay, I forgot. We have a flashlight too. That would probably help us view things that happen here at night until we get some lights. That is on the to-do list. Okay, I'm kind of interested to see what's right here. Oh my gosh, of course. This is exactly where we need to go up to. Yeah, because we went up. Oh, okay. This is fine. This was a part of the previous lift, which was sitting here. So we could just delete this, just bring the lift up, I think. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then we could just bring this belt over to the left slightly. And I think we're chilling here. Anywhere that we want to plug into whatever we're making here, I think iron plates. Should be able to do that now. Okay, nice. Looks like we're going to have screws come out of this one. So let's configure our constructors to do that. We have iron rods coming out of this one. Let's configure our constructors to do that. And then we have iron plates coming out of this one. Let's hook up the power and see what happens here. Okay, so we did not connect these two mergers. Let's fix that really quick. Okay, nice. I'm not sure why these two aren't on. I guess we didn't connect to power. Oh, we missed a link here. Okay, and then this power line currently is running all the way to our coal plants, I believe. So that's what that one is doing. Okay, now that we have this set up, let's take this a step further. So here we were trying to make... I can't even remember. What do we have going into this? I think we put screws and rods. So that can make our rotors. We'll have to get power to that. Oh, we already ran power up here earlier. That's helpful. And we'll just kind of continue our little wall here. And we'll get some power lines going down it. Okay, we should be live here. The assembler. Making some rotors. And the next thing we wanted was a modular frame assembler. And those, I think, take a while to make. So modular frames take reinforced iron plates. Okay, this is where we have levels to this. Okay, so let's go ahead and make reinforced iron plates here. Now, this is one thing I did not notice, is we have an alternate recipe for copper rotors here to make 3. And it is more efficient to do that. But we will have to add another level to this. Because our copper comes from over here. So we'd have to bring our copper all the way over to here. That could look cool. Okay, so a constructor can make a copper sheet. So we can just kind of extend off of this. And we should be able to put in a splitter here. And we can make copper sheets, but man, we'd have to take them all the way across. I don't love doing that, but that might be what we have to do. Oh man, we haven't done anything with our concrete either. Let's just run our concrete into this constructor here, just kind of get it out of the way for now, because I don't know what I want to do with concrete right now. Let's kind of throw it over here, let it kind of do its own thing. Yeah, we're going to need more concrete to be able to do this anyways. Okay, so we're going to make this little lane here. We're going to try to connect it up. I think we're going to end up removing this, to be honest. We're going to come out with this as far as we can. Okay, let's remove this foundation here. I don't know, can I remove this? Yeah, okay. Just kind of floating in space here. And yeah, man, we have to add another level to this. So we can add a feed in here, and let's turn it like the other ones. Wasn't lined up. Okay, we finally got this. So what we're going to do is pretty much the same thing. We're just going to kind of bring this out to here just like the other ones. And delete some of this foundation, I think. Give some concrete back for now. And then, yeah, I think from here we can just literally add a splitter. Then add a lift, kind of like so. Ah, man, but we need reinforced iron plates to be able to do this. And we're out. Oh, my gosh. That's fine. Let's just go craft some, I guess, really quick. Okay, we craft some more plates. Let's go back over here. See if we can get these belts going now. So the problem is, I think that this is going to have to be, like, substantially taller to make this work. Okay, so we got this connected here. I think this worked out pretty good. Obviously, we can get some more going. We don't have too many of these sheets coming in right now. We need to up the production on that. So this is going to be our rotor maker, I think, since we made this line. And this one, we're going to change to probably alternate stitch plates. That way we don't have to tap into screws. And alternate stitch plates are going to take iron plates. So we can delete those couple of lines there. And the tricky part of this one is it's also going to take copper wire, which we have not set up anything for copper wire yet. But we do have this line here. You can make a similar line. The issue I'm kind of running into is having some issues getting enough reinforced iron plates to be able to run these lines all the way over here. We have 116 reinforced iron plates left. Is that enough to run a line, though? Okay, so this constructor right here is making wire. So we just do the same thing we did earlier, just kind of run some foundations over. And we can run this into a lift, just like our other one here. And I guess we can just kind of run this line here. Thankfully, we left a large gap of space here that we can kind of run a line through here. And now we just got to kind of line it up, I think. We're definitely going to run out of reinforced iron plates, though. Yeah, we're going to be short on reinforced iron plates again, man. I got to go back to crafting a few more. Brutal. Okay, back to where we were. Let's see what we can do here. Hopefully this is enough plates. So first we're going to put in our lift. Okay, nice. Looks like that is linked up. Thank goodness we can start making some more reinforced iron plates. Let's also connect some power here. And what do we need on the other side of this for rotors? We need screws, so we should be able to tap into this fairly easily. And delete these two. And continue to link that up. And we will need a splitter probably like right in here-ish. Oh, no, we don't need... Yeah, we do need a splitter. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we're going to make just a few more reinforced iron plates. We're about out of materials to be able to do this, actually. Oh, but we can make some iron plates here. Should be fine. Okay, we have about 19, 20 reinforced plates. Let's see if this is enough here. Yeah, it's not quite. We're going to need... Is that like 14 more? Let's see if we made 14 here. We made 9. Okay, we should have enough plates now. Let's see if we can get this all connected up here. What? Oh, we have to go all the way to here? Wait, is this bell going backwards? What the heck did I do wrong? Is the whole thing going backwards? Hold on, let me look at this. Why is this going back? Oh, we have a merger here, bro, not a splitter. Oh my gosh. Okay, nice. We have screws coming in. We have, so it's 6 copper sheets, 52 screws. I wonder, do the copper sheets just take a minute or two? Yeah, they're just slow to make. I think that's okay. That might be enough of a feed, though. We'll see. Okay, we should have enough rotors now to put into our next tier, whatever we were researching here. Basic steel production. And next we need to figure out modular frames, which would, I would assume, be another assembler. So let's plop in an assembler. I don't know, maybe something like that. Try to keep our spacing somewhat similar. Link up power. Okay, so this is where things get interesting. Because, and this is kind of the whole reason I did what I'm doing now. So let me put this assembler back. I don't know why I removed it. So we're going to be making modular frames which require reinforced iron plates, which basically means this assembler is going to have to go in front of this one, spit out the reinforced iron plates. And that is like another level. But at the same time, it also needs iron rods, which are like there. And you can see, don't have a ton of space to be able to bring that in, really. I think I'm going to have to put the assembler like right here-ish, maybe. And I want to... Oh, you know what? I think I may be making the same mistake here with my assemblers that I was making with my constructors earlier. I kind of want each of these to be their own line. Let me think about this for a second. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to spit out an assembler like back here, maybe. I think that this assembler here, I think we actually need more room than this, which is crazy. And we're really expanding this like very quickly. It's kind of cool. Did a lot of progress with this thing. Okay, so this is our rotors. Let's bring our rotors out. I want to give enough space to be able to do this. So let's bring our rotors out here. Let's bring this assembler, which would be our modular frames. And I'm not sure I love this. I'm being honest. But let's say reinforced iron plates go into that. And then we need to, let's just play here a little bit. Let's say that we need iron plates to go into the other end of that. Okay, so what I've done here is I've built up a foundation. We're going to try to run our iron plates out of this. And we just don't have enough reinforced iron plates. It's killing us. Let's just put an MK1 belt in right now. And we'll come in and we'll replace it here in a bit once we get enough plates. I believe it's very easy to upgrade MK1 to MK2 anyways. So that's okay. Hey, that kind of works, to be honest. Not saying it looks pretty, but it works. Let's do this. We'll live with it for now, and we might change it here in the future. I'm sure we'll change this again at some point, but I don't know enough about what I'm doing yet to make any sort of big changes right now. Let's just keep what we got. And what did we have going on here? This was rotor. Okay, so this is rotors, yeah. That's modular frames. Iron rods are going in, reinforced iron plates going in. Okay, it's become apparent to me we're going to need a lot more reinforced iron plates. Way more. So let's forget about rotors for now. I know we need them. Let's forget about them for now. Let's get another assembler in here. And let's get more reinforced iron plates coming in. And for now, I'm going to delete this link into the modular frames. I don't care about modular frames quite yet until I get all this set up. So we're going to use those plates for a greater good here. And we'll get another splitter in. Let's go ahead and just drop in some wire so that I can start making some things. And I want to see something here. So we have 6 wire. How much wire do we need to make a reinforced iron plate? 20. Does it take 1 minute to get 20 wire into this thing? Okay, so we're not feeding this thing enough wire, this one assembler. We're a little short. This constructor just cannot keep up with that, it looks like. So what we could do is flip this a little, right? We could, let's think about this. We want these constructors and these lines to be running this, doing the exact same thing that these are doing. So I think we're gonna have to flip this a little bit. So we can have a constructor here, maybe. And both of these can make wire. And this can be our wire line that we just kind of tap into. So we'll have to put mergers in this. Let's see. Yeah, we'll have to do something like this. Okay, so we move those constructors over a little bit. I'm hoping that we can tap into this line now. Okay, perfect. Now we can double up into this line, and then kind of the issue we have, we might have to reconfigure this belt at some point, because this is our output line here, which means if we want to get more copper wire on this line, our constructors are going to have to be built going this way, and our line feeding this is right here. So the feed is going to have to eventually at some point come in like here, because we're going to have a whole bunch more constructors here, is the way that I'm seeing it in my head right now. Okay, that's another thing I don't love. Okay, so I forgot to change this again. Slightly, just slightly. We're going to come in here and add a lift. I don't know if this lift is the correct height. We're going to have to bring our foundation back over again. And we're going to run our line here as far as we possibly can. And that's cool, so we won't need this lift anymore. That's kind of nice, to be honest. And then we just link up to there. And the reason I did this is because we're going to want to add another layer of constructors right here with a whole new line for the copper sheets. And we're going to have to go over all those constructors in this whole new line here. So that's the reason I did that. Probably wasn't very apparent, but that's what we got going on here. So let's remove this line. I guess we can remove this concrete foundation. I think we can remove this concrete foundation as well. Since we're linked up, we have a better feed going in. So let's see how that's coming out here. So both of these require wire. So I'm going to have to come off this line again, get the wire needed to be able to do this. I'm going to kind of work on this reverse a little bit. We're going to build up on our foundation here. And delete these screws coming in. Okay, so we kind of built a level here that we can kind of work with. And let's build this up here, this lift. I think that's a good height. Might be a little high, actually. No, that's fine. See, and that's the reason I did this, is because I figured this lift was out of position. That's why I started working backwards. Oh! I went a little too far. I was connecting to these copper sheets. Don't need to be doing that yet. Let's get another splitter in right here. I think it needs to come over just a little bit more. Right there. Actually, got to turn it just a bit. Let's see if this link, or if this lift links up properly. I think so. I think that's what we want. Nice. So we should have some copper wire coming through here. And now we have 2x reinforced plates. And then I think we can connect this one back up and start working on those modular frames as well. And that's kind of what I'm going for here. I think this is a decent setup. I don't know if it's the best. Obviously, we could probably like tighten this up a whole bunch. Like if I was doing this again, I'd probably bring all these constructors like here. I'd have my iron and my copper constructors all meet here in the middle, so that these belts wouldn't have to be quite as long. And I would just go off the same system like I'm doing here. Like imagine my copper wire in a line here. Imagine my, what else? Copper sheets in a line here. And I could still do that. But for now, this is okay. We might tidy it up in the future. And I think I delete this lift here in this belt. And then we'll figure out copper sheets. I think we just do the same thing. We just run a copper sheet line somewhere right here that we can just like tap into whenever we want. But yeah, so we have, just to kind of recap here, we have copper sheet line, we have wire lines, we have a screw line, we have an iron rod line, and we have, I think, an iron plate line here. And then as we go out, we'll have a reinforced iron plate line, and then we'll have a modular frame line. We'll also have a rotor line, maybe like right here, something like that. That's kind of the idea that I'm going for right now. And we could just hopefully extend forever until our miners can't output anymore to keep up with the lines we built. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here. We did a ton of stuff. I also, really quick, let's go check on our coal generators, power plants. Let's see. We have put them to work this video, I feel like. I feel like these things have to be almost tapped out. The consumption kind of going up and down. Yeah, we're going to have to add a new coal power generator here very soon. And I'm also going to change how I'm doing this as well. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm going to put all this in a building, I think. That would be kind of cool. Like, we could put all of our water extractors in, like, a small little dome. Then run the pipes out and run them into a separate building, which is the coal power generators. So I might keep the coal power generators here. Just move the water extractor, like, right in here to the middle and build, like, a little water dome. That might be kind of cool. But anyways, I'm rambling. Thank you guys for watching. When we come back in the next episode, I'm hoping we have these modular frames done. So we built 6 already. We're building 2 a minute. Should have this knocked out pretty quick. We have 20 already. So next episode, we will have basic steel production done, and we'll see where we go from there. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.